Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model of a manufacturing business idea, and today we will continue talking about direct costs, variable costs. So today we will be talking about electricity costs. During this group of videos, I would like to, the aim of these videos, the target is that you have to think hard about your business idea and divide all types of costs that you have in mind between fixed costs and variable costs. And when you specify all your variable costs, what are they? You will have to link these variable costs to the right parameters of inside your financial model, because some costs will be linked to the products produced. Some of them will be linked to the amount of shifts. Some of them may be linked, for example, to amount of hours that production line worked during this month. Some of them may be linked to the raw materials consumption. So, and you have to think hard and link these expenses to the right parameter, because when you start playing with coefficients, when you start building different scenarios, when your revenue grow or decrease, your expenses must grow the right way or decrease the right way. So that's why working with direct costs, variables, is very important. You have to define these expenses first of all the right way and link these expenses, the consumption of these expenses to the right parameter. And today I would like to show you the electricity costs as an example. So as usually, if maybe this video will be useful for you, you may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. And at the end screen of this video, I will be giving the links to the whole playlist where all these tutorials will be placed. And when I will be done with this financial model, I will be placing all these links, all the tutorials links, in the description of this video as well. So first of all, let's go up. I will show you what we already did. So blue colors are the inputs. So we have two products, product A and product B. We can switch these products on and off from calculations. We have here we can specify how many units of product A and product B is being produced hourly on our manufacturing, during our manufacturing process. We have global coefficients for this parameter, global coefficient, local coefficient for each product. We will need these coefficients later during scenario modeling. We have two production lines. We can switch each line on and off from calculation. For each line we can split the time of production between product A and product B. Here is the split, for example, for line number 1. This is the split time for the line number 2. Then we specify when we start operating activity, in which year and month, when we get the first revenues. Then we assume that each line has maximum of 3 shifts. Here they are. We can switch on and off each shift from calculations, and we can specify when each shift appears. So first shift appears December 23, the second may appear, for example, on the 10th month of operating activity. This will be September 24, and for example the third one will appear on the 20th month of operating activity, this will be July 25, and so on. The same story for line number 2. Then we specify how many hours do we have in one shift. Further, we specify how many work days we have in each month inside the typical year. So this is the typical year. Then we move to raw materials, direct costs. So here we have the library of raw materials. Here we can specify the price for 1 unit of raw material. Then we have coefficients to play with raw material costs, global and local. Then we can specify if there is any purchase displacement for each raw material. So one means that if we need this raw material today, we need to purchase it a month before. If we, for example, put here 0, this means that if we need this raw material this month, we can purchase it this month. We don't have logistic chain to bring this raw material on site. Here on the right we have a purchase interval specification. Here we can specify how often we buy this raw material. So 1 means that we buy it monthly. For example, 7 means we buy it once in 7 months. 12 means we buy it once a year, once in 12 months period. Then we specify for each product what raw materials participate in its manufacturing process. So we just specify inside the list, we pick the raw material, then specify the consumption of this raw material per 1 unit of product A. Then we do the same for product B. Then we move to plan. So here we specify
the investment stage expenses, so items, articles of expenses.
Then we specify how much we invest and when we invest. So this is the moment when we start operating activity, and before this, before the moment when revenue appears, we specify how much we invest, in what we invest, and when we invest. Then we move to the revenues. So we start with pricing. Oh, sorry, we are moving to payroll. So for each line we have payroll depending on how many shifts we have a day. So here we specify the names of positions. Then we specify the salary of 1 person on each position. Then we specify how many people work on each position, if we work 1 shift a day, 2 shifts a day, or 3 shifts a day. We have global salary coefficient, then we have salary coefficient for line 1, and inside line 1 we can play with salaries even for each position. So this will all be needed later when we will start playing with inputs. So the same story for line 2. Then we have fixed payroll, for example, office payroll, management payroll. So these are the names of positions, these are the amount of people on each position, this is the salary of 1 person on each position, coefficients, global and local for scenario play. Then we have the direct payroll that is linked to amount of units of product A and product B produced. So here we specify the name of this direct payroll article. Then we specify how many dollars per unit of product A, the level of this cost per product A in this case. Then we have global and local coefficients. The same story for product B. Then we have then we start moving to pricing. So we have for product A we have 3 types of customers. Then we allocate the production plan, the amount of units that we produce between 3 types of customers for product A and for product B. Then we have a global coefficient for pricing. So these are products, these are customers types inside products, these are different prices for different types of customers for different products. So here we have global coefficient for price for product A, global coefficient for price for product B, local coefficients for each customer type. So these are final prices. Then we have the algorithm that describes how each customer pays us. So this means that if we sold this month, we will get only 30% of revenues for this customer type. He will pay us 20% of this month's revenue on the next month, and 50% of revenue that we plan to have this month we will get after the next month. So this will help us to calculate more accurately the amount of financing that we need during when we start operating activity. So then we made a huge calculations, and now it's time for us to dive to electricity. Electricity costs. So this will be a new block of inputs. So this will be line, this will be electricity consumption, kilowatts per hour, the consumption rate. Let me format cells, alignment, center, wrap text. Okay, so this will be electricity consumption, electricity cost, this will be nominated in dollars per kilowatt. Then will be here I will place insert electricity. Okay, let's place it here. I will place the lines. Line 1, line 2, electricity consumption. For example, this will be 200 kilowatts per hour. This will be, for example, 300 kilowatts per hour. The electricity cost will be, so the price, let's add some lines here. So this will be electricity, so this will be parameter, then dollar per kilowatt. So here will be the parameter will be electricity, So the price per kilowatt, for example, will be, let's say, $2. We can put any value. So this is the input, so we're coloring this input with blue because blue color goes with all our inputs to make us be able to find all the inputs easily. This inputs, these are all inputs. So then we are using coefficient for electricity,
the
price of electricity, and then electricity plus coefficient. So the basic value of coefficient will be 100%. This will be the input. So the final value of electricity price will be this. So now in this table of inputs, so we have the column called electricity consumption. So these are the inputs, so we're coloring them with blue. Then electricity cost dollar per kilowatt we are putting from here. Then electricity consumption, so this will be electricity costs dollar per hour. So this will be this multiplied this. So this is how much we spend on electricity hourly for line number 1 and line number 2. Now what we are doing, we are copying the table with chronology. Name it electricity costs. So this will be here, I will place the lines. And here I will write a very simple formula, so electricity cost per hour, and now I need to multiply it on the amount of hours. So what I'm doing, I'm going up and I'm going here from top to the bottom, searching for the line called how many hours each line works. So shift appearance, so here calculating work days, working hours. I think this is the one. Work days month, hours line month. So we need 117 and 118 lines. So yes, and then these hours are split by product A and product B. So I will take working hours from here, then I'm pressing enter. Then for the total electricity costs, I will make a totals of that. I will need to mark this line with red because this electricity cost will go to the cash flow statement later. Now I will extrapolate this formula to the right. So and this is how we calculated the electricity. Maybe this video was useful for you. You may give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can also order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video I will be giving the link to the playlist where all these tutorials will be placed, and when we will finish with this financial model I will be placing all the links in the description of this video as well. So be attentive, you always have to think hard and remember all types of costs that are being variable inside your business ideas, and link them to the right parameter inside your financial models. This is very important because when your revenues start grow or decrease, this variable cost should grow or decrease the right way, and that's why you have to think hard about the structure of your expenses and types expenses inside your business idea. So thank you guys for watching, see you in next videos, thank you and bye.